What's your name?
Coral.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
Artist.
Okay, now between the pictures shown behind, who would you guess is an engineer? What's your name?
Carson.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
Pilot.
Can you name a male scientist?
Albert Einstein.
Can you name a female scientist?
No.
In general, would you guess that boys or girls are better at math?
Boys.
What is your name?
My name is Michelle.
What is your occupation?
I'm an airline pilot.
Being a transgender female, have you ever faced any discrimination, whether it was in your education or career, that could contribute to the unfortunate statistic of women only making up 26% of the entire STEM workforce?
As a transgender female, I wasn't even allowed to exist until an executive order passed by Barack Obama happened roughly 10 years ago, and that allowed me to exist as a transgender woman in the airline industry. As for discrimination for women, to this day, women still make up a very small portion of the airline business in science, which is about 7%. But that is increasing as more young women are shown that they have a future in aviation as both pilots and mechanics in other parts of the aviation sector.
What is your name?
Dawn,
What is your occupation?
retired chemist.
Do you have any experiences either within your career or in your education that you think could be a contributing factor to the unfortunate statistic of women only making up 26% of the entire STEM workforce?
In the early years, when I was a high school student, my early years of college, yes, definitely, girls and women were not encouraged nor were they respected as far as pursuing mathematics and the sciences. However, much later, more opportunity was offered, and when I went back to school in my 40s, I was able to pursue physics, calculus, microbiology, and chemistry. And I did very well in those classes and was well respected within the classroom. I was given far more opportunity. When it came to finding work, unfortunately, it took a little while, but I was fortunate enough to get into a company that encouraged women and did give us some opportunities, but they tended to be very corporation bound. And so you're playing the rules of corporations rather than pursuing science. And so if you quite enjoyed science, you were often discouraged. A corporation approach oftentimes is the bottom line. They need to find problems because they need to only gauge people in a bell curve. So they would have a majority of people were average, and they would have some really good people, and then they would claim that other people were poor. And I saw a lot of times that some women were set up in the sense of they were looking to give them poor ratings, and by giving them poor ratings, that meant that they did not have to give them as high bonuses, that the bonus would be much smaller, and they were also put on the chopping block, so to speak, if they needed to cut costs. It was a lot easier to cut costs to get rid of somebody, even though they might be very well qualified and they might be very well capable of doing the job they were asked to do. But I saw one person, she was given a job where it was impossible. The type of work that they were asking of her was an impossible task. And so I saw a lot of people that just out of frustration gave up